morning everyone, how's it going? So it's another day and it's another beautiful one, although there was a little mini thunderstorm last night and the lightning was really weird. You know how lightning normally comes down in a zigzag? Well, this one was horizontal and it was going across the clouds, and there wasn't any rain for about an hour, and then it started raining a bit, but it was only rain for about an hour or so, so no worries. This morning the ground is dry, but the grass is a little bit wet, so I just need to give the tent a little bit of time to dry before I set off. And where am I setting off to? Good question. I'm heading out towards a city called Linz, and I need to get past the city, and today really I need to get about 100 kilometres done. The more I think about it, the more I've been cutting short these days since I've started again, and it's having a bit of a knock-on effect. So I'm already 60 kilometres behind my preset schedule, which doesn't mean anything, but it would be nice to get ahead a little bit. So anyway, it looks like a beautiful day for cycling, and I'll give you some videos from the road. Speak to you in a bit. The campsite was basically on the Danube Trail itself, so as soon as I left, I was straight onto the trail once more. Now the trail actually runs on both sides of the river, so today I was expecting to use a ferry or a bridge at some point, but it didn't quite work out that way. At some point I must have missed a turning. I know where it was actually. I could have gone right or left. I chose right, and which was a bit silly because the river was on my left really, and it wasn't signposted. But never mind, it meant I got to go through the countryside and see this beautiful little stretch of farmland, which I guess few cyclists cycling the Danube have ever seen before. Of course, if I had a guidebook or a map, it might have helped. The GPS isn't that good when it comes to plotting routes. You would think you could just type in Eurovelo Route 6 and it will plot it for you, because the Eurovelo Route 6 is very well developed, but it doesn't seem to do that. It just picks up random cycling routes. Now, whether it's trying to do the shortest route or the most efficient route, I don't know, but there we go. Anyway, at some point I found my way back to the trail once more, so no worries. The headwind again today picked up between 12 and 2, and again cut me right down. At some points I was at 12 kilometres an hour, which wasn't happy days. But then when I came off the trail a little bit more, I was a bit more sheltered, so and the wind didn't affect me so much. Now that's on the Danube Trail. When you've got the river to your left or the right, you're actually cycling through a valley. So the wind just howls down and there's no shelter, but I managed to find some shelter because I went off the track a little bit, which worked out nicely. And so what else to say? Cycling infrastructure. So here I'm approaching a tunnel. If you remember back to the Montenegro videos, I used to have to cycle through the tunnels, which was a little bit dicey. But here there's a little underpass, so basically you just go up a little ramp and then it goes underneath the road and through the other side of the tunnel. That's great. I've been really impressed with the cycling infrastructure here in Austria, and I think it's something that other countries could model perhaps. I mean, obviously this Danube route has pretty much paid for itself really, because it's such a major tourist destination for people doing cycling holidays, and it must have paid for itself. The local businesses thrive. Now can you imagine a Land's End to John O'Groats which was predominantly on cycle paths? That would be absolutely amazing for the UK, it really would be. Anyway, so I didn't really have a destination in mind for today. I got myself past Linz and then I started heading onwards, and I thought, yeah, about 20 kilometres past Linz I'll start looking for a campsite, and that's what I did, and I've ended up in a place called Badasee. Trying to ask directions in German is quite interesting for me, although embarrassingly I seem to be able to remember more German words than Greek words, which isn't good, don't tell the missus. Anyway, I'll leave you with this shot of myself, and then I have a concluding segment. Hi there, so that's the end of the day's ride, and it was a reasonably long one in the end. About 90 kilometres or 100 kilometres. I've not got the exact score, but when I get round to writing the blog post, I will definitely let you know. And I've ended up in a place called Badasee. And it's a nice campground. It's the cheapest one that I've stayed in so far in Austria. It's €11.30, which is kind of a bit of a random number really. But lovely showers, nice facilities. At the minute I'm in a communal room just charging all my stuff, which you can see on the table behind me there. And tomorrow I have another 80, 90, 100 kilometre day to do. I need to get beyond Passau if I can. And yeah, that's about it really. I mean, I'm just following the River Danube and seeing where the road takes me. Today I did come off the official trail a couple of times, but then always found my way back on again. So tomorrow is a new day and I will speak to you then. Take it easy guys. Cheers for now.